Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. It happens to be time for my rant, and I got to hit this button over here.
I tell what I feel.
Russ is one.
Yes, and first off, yesterday, if you guys heard me, I was ranting about Howard University and the issues that were happening with the student funds being stolen from financial aid office. And I got a little personal with it because, the president, Mr. Frederick, what's his name?
Wayne Frederick.
Wayne Frederick, basically said that he called for an audit. And I'm thinking, they need to call for an audit on him too. But I should probably apologize because I took it personal because my son went to Howard University. But I want to tell you a story, and this will put it in perspective as to why I said and did what I did, and talked about how it starts at the top, and the president probably needs to go. Hats off to all the students, almost 1,000 students that had to sit in the administration building this morning. They've been there all night, talking about, where's our money? Yeah, over $1 million, basically stolen. And here's the story. I remember my son was his first year at Howard. In his dorm, it's the freshman dorm, they had no heating. It's just no air conditioning. It was a mess. And, I think the heat worked, but during when it was hot, the air conditioning didn't work. So you look at all the infrastructure and the issues with that. So what I used to do, like maybe once a month or every other week, I would pick him up with some of his friends and some of his college mates and bring them to our home, and my wife and I would cook for them. And some of these kids were from Chicago, North Carolina, Detroit. They were from all over. And I used to sit there at the table and listen to these young men talking about how, man, I'm the first one from my family to go to college. And I'm so honored to be able to do it. Another guy talking about how he wants to be a chemical biologist. And they had all these dreams, and that's when my son was a freshman. Sophomore year, more than 80% of those boys never came back to my house because they had to leave. And some of them had various reasons, but some of my son said they couldn't get financial aid for the next year. That's dream killing right there. That's why I took it personally. You killed dreams. And that's why somebody has to take responsibility. Somebody slammed me yesterday and said, hey, the president, Frederick, that wasn't on his whole watch. I'm sorry. He was there 5 of the 9 years that was going down. So he needs to be audited. Let's find out about all the perks that you get, dude. That's just. Oh, no, yeah, was I supposed to apologize?
I was about to say, I don't know why you apologize.
Okay, it's not apologize. It breaks my heart that I'd heard those stories from these young men. And man, and you could tell, some of them came up rough. This one guy from Chicago had to go back home because his stuff was not available.
And you were so upset that you actually had the president on years ago.
Yeah, last year or the year before because I was being critical of the bad management and bad customer service at that university. But hats off to those students, and you got my support, and that